Have you ever felt trapped inside your own mind? Like no matter how hard you try, the negative thoughts just keep coming? You are not good enough. You will fail again. Something is wrong with you. We have all heard that voice, but what if I told you, you are not that voice? And what if there was one ancient Buddhist insight, just one, so powerful, so simple, that it could silence that storm the moment it begins? A single thought that unhooks you from anxiety, that stops the spiral of overthinking, that brings you back to peace instantly. In this video, you will discover that thought. You will learn how to use it, not just to escape negative thinking, but to wake up from it, to live freely, no matter what the mind says. This is not a trick. This is not positive thinking. This is an ancient Buddhist practice that monks have used for centuries, and now it is yours. So, take a breath, sit with me, and let us begin. Lesson 1, the storm within. We all suffer from it, that relentless, unforgiving storm inside our own minds. The endless inner critic whispering, no, sometimes shouting things like, "You are not good enough, you will fail again. Why even try?" These thoughts seem to come out of nowhere, but they strike deep. They hurt, do they not? They echo louder than any voice around you, louder than family, louder than friends, louder than reality itself. It is like being caught in a thunderstorm where the lightning is your doubt and the rain is your fear, and you are just standing there, soaked in shame, unable to move. You try to be calm, you try to ignore it, but the mind keeps spinning, keeps talking, keeps judging. Have you ever felt that way? Trapped inside your own head, looking for silence but only finding noise? This is not weakness. This is the human experience. But here is the question: must we believe every thought we think? What if the storm is not who you are, but something you can learn to watch and let pass? Lesson 2, the thought that changes everything. There is a thought, one single ancient thought, that Buddhists have carried like a flame through generations of darkness. A thought so simple yet so profound that it can silence the entire storm of negative thinking in a heartbeat. That thought is this: this thought is not me. This mind is not mine. Yes, let it sink in. This thought is not me. This mind is not mine. In Buddhist philosophy, your thoughts are seen as impermanent. They are like clouds drifting across the sky. They form, they change, they dissolve. But the sky itself, the vast open space behind the cloud, that is you. That is your true nature, unchanging, silent, infinite. But here is the mistake we all make. We start believing we are the clouds. We hear a negative thought and say, "Wahiyos, I am worthless." We feel fear and say, I am weak." But the Buddha saw the truth. Thoughts are just events in the mind, not identity. So when that cruel voice arises, when shame, doubt, or regret come marching in, you do not fight them. You do not cling to them. You simply say, "This thought is not me. This mind is not mine." And in that moment, you become free. You are no longer trapped inside the thought. You are now the observer, watching the clouds come and go. This is not an escape. It is not denial. It is wisdom. It is clarity. It is the truth, and truth is what ends suffering. Lesson 3, why this works. The power of detachment. You may wonder, how can one thought, "This thought is not me. This mind is not mine," have such power? Because behind it lies one of the deepest truths in Buddhism: detachment. Not the cold kind of detachment that ignores life. Number. This is wise detachment. The kind that comes when you no longer cling to what is not truly yours. You see, your thoughts are not solid. They are not facts. They are passing weather. shaped by memory, fear, habits, even what you ate yesterday. But when you identify with every thought, you are swept away. The pain is not just the thought itself. The pain comes when you say, "This thought is me. This voice is mine. This sadness is who I am." And that is the trap. Buddhism offers a way out. It says, do not cling. Let the thought arise, let it pass, and stay rooted in awareness, not identity. Awareness is like a still lake. When you detach, even the loudest thoughts are just ripples. They may disturb the surface for a moment, but they cannot touch the depth. So why does this thought work? Because it cuts through the illusion. It reminds you, you are not your pain. You are not your thoughts. You are not the storm. You are the sky in which all things rise and fall, untouched, still, vast. This is freedom, not from thought, but from being imprisoned by it. Lesson 4. Try it now. Guided practice. Let us not just understand this ancient wisdom. Let us feel it. Right now, wherever you are. Pause. Allow yourself these next moments to return to yourself, to return to silence. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold, and gently breathe out. Again. Inhale slowly. Exhale even slower. Now, listen carefully. There may be a thought in your mind right now, maybe a worry, a judgment, a voice saying, "This will not work." That is all right. Do not resist it. Do not fight it. Instead, watch it. Observe it like you would watch a leaf float down a river. Now repeat silently or aloud. This thought is not me. Pause. This mind is not mine. Pause again. I am the sky, watching the clouds drift by. Feel the space this creates. You are not trying to stop thoughts. You are simply no longer grasping them. They come, they go. You remain. Just awareness, just stillness, just you, as you have always been beneath the noise. Breathe in one more time. And as you exhale, release the need to believe every thought. This thought is not me. This mind is not mine. And in this silence, notice the peace. It was always here. You just needed to step back and see. Lesson 5. Final wisdom. The watcher never suffers. You have now felt it, not just an idea, not just a teaching, but something real. The gentle stillness that lives behind every thought. The open space between your suffering and yourself. Let this final lesson be not just something you hear, but something you carry with you into every thought, every emotion, every moment. The Buddha once said, in seeing, just the seen. In hearing, just the heard. In thinking, just the thought. No me, no mine, no story. Just pure, open awareness. This is what Buddhist masters across centuries have pointed to through silence, through stillness, through meditation. There is something in you that has never suffered, something that has never been touched by pain, something that has always been watching just quietly. Think about it. When a painful thought comes, something is wrong with me. I am not enough. I will never be okay. Who is hearing that thought? Who is aware of that voice? It is you, but not the mind made you. Not the identity with a name and history, but the quiet, present awareness that simply knows a thought has appeared. That is the watcher. And here's the secret. The watcher never suffers because the watcher does not cling. It does not chase. It does not resist. It does not say, I am the sadness. It says, sadness is here. It does not say, I am broken. It says, a thought about brokenness has arisen. And just like that, you are free. Not because the thoughts disappear, not because the emotions are gone, but because you no longer mistake them for yourself. You are the sky. You are the space. You are the quiet, loving witness behind it all. The mind may scream, the emotions may tremble, the body may ache, but deep beneath it all, you remain still. And from this stillness, a miracle happens. You stop reacting, you stop fighting, and the thoughts begin to pass like clouds blown away by the breeze. All your life, you may have tried to change your thoughts, to fix them, to make them more positive. But now you understand you do not need to fix the clouds. You simply need to remember the sky. So when you feel lost again, when the old patterns return, when the noise rises like a tidal wave, pause, breathe, and say, "This thought is not me. This mind is not mine. I am the watcher, vast, open, and free." Let those words be your anchor. Let them be your shelter. Let them lead you back to the silence you have always known, not in books, not in temples, but in you. Because the final wisdom is this: you are not broken. You are not your wounds. You are not the noise in your mind. You are the one who sees, the one who knows, the one who watches, and the watcher never suffers. Lesson 6, the closing wisdom, returning to the world with silence in your heart. And now you know the secret, not just in your mind, but in your bones, in your breath, in your stillness. You are not your thoughts. You are not your fear. You are not the noise. You are the watcher, the calm, silent presence that remains when everything else fades. And this is not just something you remember during meditation. It is something you take with you into every moment of your life. When someone criticizes you, when failure visits again, when the old pain returns, you will no longer drown in it. You will pause. You will breathe. And somewhere deep inside, without needing to be loud or dramatic, you will gently say, "This thought is not me. This mind is not mine. I am the awareness that watches. I am the space that holds all things. I am the sky, and I am free." And then you will smile, not because the world is perfect, not because you have no pain, but because you have remembered who you are beneath it all. And that remembering is liberation. The Buddha never promised us a life without difficulty. He did not say, "You will never hurt again," but he showed us a way to suffer less, to love more, to live in peace, not by changing the world, but by changing our relationship with it. So when life pulls you again into confusion, as it will, return here. Return to the watcher. Return to the one who sees. That is your true home. That is your true strength. That is the path of awakening. And from that space, walk gently through the world. Speak less, listen more, cling less, trust more, judge less, observe more. And in doing so, let your life become the teaching. Let your presence become the silence that silences others' pain. Because this world does not need more noise. It needs more stillness, more awareness, more sky. And that is you. Lesson 7, how to begin again. Living the teaching, not just listening. So now the silence has spoken. The lessons have been heard. The storm has been seen for what it is. A passing movement of the mind. And you are still here, more aware, more grounded, more whole. But now comes the question that matters most. What will you do with this? You see, ancient wisdom means nothing. If it is only something you visit like a temple, then leave behind when the video ends. True peace is a practice, not once, not when things are perfect, but daily, quietly, repeatedly, like watering a small plant in the corner of your room. You do not see it grow at first, but one day you look again and something has bloomed. So begin again every morning. Do not try to silence every thought. Do not chase perfection. Instead, begin with noticing. When the voice of fear returns, notice it. When the old story whispers, notice it. When anger rises or doubt begins to crawl back in, pause and notice it. and say again, this thought is not me. This mind is not mine. Watch it. Breathe. Release. Return to your breath. Return to now. Return to the watcher. That alone is the practice. That alone is the path. You do not need robes. You do not need rituals. You do not need to go to the mountains. All you need is the willingness to return, to come back again and again to this quiet, knowing space within. That is how transformation begins, not with fireworks, but with consistency, small moments of awakening that ripple through everything. Because the truth is, you are already free. The watcher was always here. The silence was always underneath. All that remains is to live it. Every word you speak, every thought you question, every act of compassion you choose, let it come from the sky, not the storm. And slowly, you will notice the world change, not because it became easier, but because you became spacious enough to hold it all. So now you know the secret. You are not your thoughts. You are not your fear. You are the one who watches calmly, quietly, freely. This one powerful thought, this thought is not me, this mind is not mine, can become your anchor in any storm. You do not need to silence every negative voice. You only need to stop believing it is you. And the moment you do that, you are free. So when the mind starts to spiral again, as it sometimes will, remember this teaching. Pause, breathe, return to the watcher. That quiet space inside you is peace itself. And the more you return to it, the more natural it becomes. Until one day, it is not something you practice. It is simply who you are. If this teaching brought you calm, if it helped even a little, then let that stillness ripple outward. Subscribe for more Buddhist wisdom and share this with someone who needs silence more than advice. Because sometimes the most powerful healing comes not from doing more, but from remembering you were never broken. Thank you for walking this silent path with me. Until next time, stay still, stay free, and return again and again to the watcher within.